welcome back to my channel. I hope you are good. I've started this intro like 7 times already and I'm just going to go straight in. You clicked on this video because I'm sure you are hoping to see my little review of In Memoriam by Alice Winn, this beautiful book. But before I go into that, I thought I would just show you the 3 books I got recently because it's approaching Easter and I just think these are like really cute and really like Eastery vibes where they're like pastel colours. I just talked through 3 of them. So the first one I got was Friendaholic by Elizabeth Day. I've had my eye on this since the hardback came out, I think like 2 years ago, and I don't know, I just want to read it. I love her writing. I've read the intro and it is everything I expected. It is just gorgeous writing and I look forward to reading that. And then also I've had a bit of a life change recently, but then my friend, she got me this book as a little gift, should we say, and it was so thoughtful. It's called Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. Now you're wondering why is that thoughtful? Well, she actually went, my friend, she saw my Goodreads and she went to the person in the shop. She was like, can you recommend a book? This is what she got. So yeah, really thoughtful, and it actually sounds really good. A lot of rave reviews about this, really exciting. And finally is this one. It is Greta and Valden by Rebecca K. Riley. I've started, I think, the first 2 chapters, really good, but I have so many books to talk about. I'm filming a few videos today. Yes, I'm really looking forward to reading this, and I think it's like a coming of age, just a bit nothing kind of tale where there's no plot really and stuff just happens. So yeah, really looking forward to that. There we go, that's them together. As I said, pastel colours, Easter, but yeah, you're not here for that. You're here for the review of In Memoriam. Now, this book, where do I begin? This beautiful work of art, this gorgeous novel. It's recently come out in paperback by the time I'm filming this at the end of March 2024. And this, I believe, for 2023 was the fastest selling hardback debut of the year. And it is no surprise why. And it also won, you can see that little purple sticker there, the Waterstones Debut Fiction Prize for 2023, and I'm obsessed. It's set in World War One, or literally just before. It follows 2 boys or teenagers, I think then approaching 18, that kind of age. It follows Sydney Elwood and Heinrich or Henry Gaunt. There's so much in this novel, I feel I'm not going to do it justice enough, like I say in all of my reviews. But this one is set pre-World War One in a boarding school, and it follows these 2 young men, and it's basically a tale of love. But beyond that, it then goes into a tale of not just a will they, won't they, but will they survive? And it's set around World War One, which is the main premise of the book. And basically the innocence of these young men during that time where war, no one really knew anything about it. There's basically this innocence of youth, them going to war and just slaughtering their enemies, and it'll be easy as that. But then set in the school of Preshute in the English countryside, they soon learn things are not as they seem, where their school newspapers or the Preshutian starts publishing its In Memoriam piece on students who have gone to war and they are dying. Now, it's kind of known for World War One and World War Two that young boys before they were of age would sign up, and that is what a lot of the kids do in this too. I say kids because they basically are, and it's just, even though it's such a horrible time, this is so beautifully and delicately written about what happened. The amount of research Alice Winn did for this novel is crazy. I actually saw her recently at the Winchester Books Festival. She lives in New York and she's is a screenwriter or something. And yeah, she was in Winchester talking about her book, and it was packed. There were so many people there who loved this novel as much as I did, and I even got it signed as well. Yep, it's there. I got it signed. I've still got the little sticky note as well. But this book was just, oh, I love this so much. I can actually remember where I was when I finished this. So I came straight from work to Winchester on the train from London, and I finished it on the train, and I was trying hard not to let tears go from my eyes, because this is just, when I finished it I was like, wow. I'm not going to give away the ending, because you just need to find this out for yourself, because this book, I think I read this in less than a week between all of life and work and everything. But understanding now how much research she went through and what she's been through to publish this novel is just crazy. So being in an all-boys school, Sydney Elwood and Heinrich Henry Gaunt, they've got this underlying love. That's no secret. That is the main premise of the book. That's not a spoiler. But then one of them is called to war. So Gaunt, he goes to war, he signs up, but mainly because of the pressure from his family. So his mother is German, but then they're getting accused I think their family's getting accused of, because they're linked to the German regime and what's going on there, that they support Germany. And then as a result, his mother is like, your sister is being tainted, you need to go to war, you need to stand up for our family and prove you basically don't condone what the Germans are doing. and you support Britain. Reluctantly, Gaunt does that and he goes to war, and then all the other kids are left behind at school, and then from there it just spirals. This book, as horrible as the story is, it is beautifully written, and the amount of research she did to make this so believable, like in terms of the killings, she would simply have her characters like shot in the head or something. But she did on her final review of her draft. I love these things about authors and what went into their novels, how they came together. Is actually, I'll go back to, she wrote the first draft in 2 weeks. That was my novel writing to shame. It's taken me, I think, like 3 years now for my first book. My second book, because I shelved the first one, but 2 weeks to write her first draft. But then the following year and a half, she spent editing, and she would pass it on to friends and then gay friends to see if some of the love scenes made sense. And also, she dealt on a lot of memoirs in order to fill the final draft of her book when she would go into the killing, because she didn't just want them all shot in the head. She wanted it to be realistic. So she'd draw on the memoirs. They were gory, but it was realistic, and that's what makes this so believable. So like I said about this being like a love story, it is also a will they, won't they, but also will they, won't they survive. But yeah, I think the love story in this overrides it all. But then we soon see like the aftermath of, like, well, not aftermath, but like the effects of World War I and what it does physically, mentally, your whole life, and then the other characters. But oh gosh, even though there are only, I think, one or two main female characters in this, I love it. This is just, everything about it is so perfectly balanced. It's beautifully written, and it's just so compelling. It's like, I was going to say masterful, but I don't know if like mistressful is appropriate. But if you can read any book this year, the paperbacks come out, please read this. It is gorgeous. Maybe you've clicked on this video because you want to understand if I loved it as much as you loved it perhaps, and what all the rave is about. There is good reason for this. It's been nominated for some awards, I think, as well, like when it's been translated. But oh my gosh, if this was a book I could eat, I would eat this because it is just so gorgeous. I love this book. Yeah, that is my review. I hope you enjoyed this video, nice and short and sweet, I hope, when I edit this. And if you like this, I try to do more reviews where I can. I hope I become more concise, and I hope to review books that people are reading recently. If you like this, please hit subscribe. It would be great to have you here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. We're at over 550 now, and that is just blowing my mind of subscribers. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.